Welcome to the show. As always, I try to bring you guys the most amazing people from all over Sacramento. And tonight I got somebody who's truly amazing. I mean, when you see this guy, it's gonna make you want to move. I'm so inspired. You know, I couldn't help but dance a little bit. But don't take my word for it. Take a look at some of his work. Oh, we might have a dance battle tonight. You know, I don't think y'all ready for, y'all ain't ready for all that. No, but seriously, I think this guy has a lot of energy. He's an amazing person, and man, but without me talking, let's just take a break so we can get into the interview. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. I'm gonna dance over to my seat.
Everyday amazing with Sky Alton.
Good evening, I'm Dr. Nicole Clavo. Check me out on Everyday Amazing with Mr. Sky Alton.
Welcome back to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Anthony Heatgottem Hobby. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you coming on the show. Man, so first off, I want to get into, when did you first fall in love with dance?
First fell in love with dance when I seen the movie Breaking.
Breaking, okay. Turbo?
Yeah. Turbo, Ozone, Electric Boogaloo. I used to always watch that movie. Every time I get a chance to go over to my Uncle Jermaine's house, I would always watch it. Because I didn't have it over my mom's house, so anytime I went up over there, I watched it every time.
So you first fell in love with dance when you watched Breaking. Now, tell me about when you first learned to dance. Like, how old were you?
I couldn't even say. I was so young. Dance always been big in my family.
Okay.
My mom used to break dance back in the day.
Really?
My big brother used to dance. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wanted to dance was because of my brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I fell in love with dance with Turbo. I was on Breaking. Yeah, but my brother, he was always out there dancing, so I wanted to be like him, you know what I'm saying, and dance, you know?
So it was a given that you were always going to learn how to dance regardless?
Yeah.
Okay, so whether you loved it or not, you were going to be able to dance because you was going to dance.
Yeah. Mom, brother, Breaking, I was going to dance either way.
So tell me a little bit about your story. So, you know, you learned to dance because you come from a dance family, and, you know, as far as style of dance, your mom was a break dancer. Would you say that, you know, you incorporated a break dance into your style of dance, or?
Actually, no. It's actually opposite. I watched breaking a lot, but I wasn't super into the breaking part. I was more into the popping.
Okay.
The hits. So that was my thrill about breaking. It was the Turbo. Turbo, he wasn't more a breaker. You know what I'm saying? He did little stuff on the floor, but he was more hits. And that was my favorite one was Turbo, so I was hitting.
So you would say your style is more pop hit?
Back then, that's how it started. It was more pop until the turfing came in, to where you bring in the bone breaking and isolations and the hit with it, you know what I'm saying? So it just started forming. And yeah, in 2004, moved to LA and started crumping.
So tell me a little bit about that first experience. So are you originally from Sacramento?
Sacramento, born and raised.
Okay. So I'm assuming you got some of your turf from the Bay. Right?
Actually, no.
No? Okay.
I actually learned all turfing all in Sacramento.
All in Sacramento.
When I was younger, I've never been to the Bay. Never was in LA at that time. It was all Sacramento.
All Sacramento. Okay.
All Sacramento. So we had turf competitions going on in Sac, like Golden Gigs was going on back then. So I learned everything in Sac.
In Sac, okay.
Yeah.
I think I remember that time, like when this was around the time when they were having battles. They used to have like what LA versus like the Bay, and they used to Turfing versus Crumpin, and there was all these groups, right?
Yeah.
You know, if I can recall, I remember like I think it was a Super Sick With It or something like that. There was just like all these different dance
Super
groups.
Sick With It. Yes, I was up in that crew.
You were part of that group.
It's basically it was Boogie My Stars, and so Phil Tyak, he had a group called Boogie My Stars, and we had this. It was a lot of groups, so it was all Fam Royale, and we had a show, and our whole shirt said Super Sick With It.
Super Sick With It. That's amazing, man. Yeah, like I said, as I grew up, that was a thing. That was a big thing that everybody was into. So you would be able to go to San Francisco, and you would just see everybody having battles.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see people having dance battles. I remember young dude Retro at the time. I think you would call him like Turf or whatever.
Yeah.
Always out there. You can
That's
find
my bro's
him.
brother.
Yeah, man. Like I was a big fan of his, man, and his journey, and you know how far he made it to like mainstream and everything like that. America's Got Talent and everything. So you get to LA. How was you know, you being from Sac, coming in turfing, were you welcome to the Crumpin scene? Like, was everyone like, okay, like, you know, we're gonna teach you how we do things over here? Or was it kind of like some, you know,
it was like yes and no.
Okay.
So walking back from a homeboy's house, it was Tommy the Clown was having a birthday party. So they was battling backstage, back there, they was battling or whatever. So like putting on a show, they would battle each other. So we up in the front, we walking past, we hearing music. I just start dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like forget it's natural. So I hear music, I'm dancing. So Tommy, he was like, "Hey, bring it to the back." He seen us. He's like, "Bring it to the back." I'm like, "Yo, hold on. There's girls up over there." You know what I'm saying? So hold on.
Right.
We went to the house, got dressed, took showers and stuff, and came back. Party was still going on, whatever. So we went back there, and I had my first battle was with Smurf the Clown and Scooter. And so when I first went out, and
these are crumpers, right?
these are clowners.
Okay, clowners.
Clowners, Tommy the Clown. So they're clowners. But they crump, clown, and buck. But when it's clowners, it's you got to put on a show while you're, you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more show-like.
Okay.
Yeah. So I first went out with Smurf. He went out, you know what I'm saying, did his thing. And he's crumping, and he's clowning. I'm confused because I've never seen this before.
Right.
At this time, I've never seen clowning before. So then I went, and they having the same look on their face, like, what is he doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm turfing. What are you doing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're clowning. Okay, so that next round when a Scooter went out, I'm just watching him. I'm just watching him how he danced or whatever. And that next round, I mocked him.
You did a little bit what he did.
I did my own style and then mixed his with it. And I just heard everybody was like, whoa, that was my first time I heard the LA crump roar. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like it was different from the Sacramento.
Right.
So after that, I just went home, looking up crump beats and start practicing.
So you were almost like self-taught then, like you looked up beats and then from there just kind of looked up.
Self-taught. And I met my homeboy Dante at Lawndale High School, and he actually told me that Kool-Aid the Clown, they're the rivals of Tommy the Clown, had tryouts. And so this whole time I've been practicing and stuff, well, I'm like, yeah, let's go. And I was actually sick the day of tryouts. And when I'm sick, I'm asthmatic. I'm fully asthma, so I didn't think I was going to actually be able to do it. I still went, and Kool-Aid was like, "You did all this, sick and asthmatic." He was like, "Oh yeah, you're in," and it's been a wrap ever since.
So you joined the rival of Tommy the Clown, right? So tell me a little bit about that journey. You know, what did that look like as far as like battles, as far as like events, and you know how does that work? Like in that type of group or whatever, do you guys travel to different cities and battle, or is it just central? Is it just around LA?
Well, we did only around LA.
Okay.
I don't know if it got past that after I left. It must like traveling outside, but we traveled around LA to birthday parties. We would perform for birthday parties.
Okay.
So we was the entertainment, and that's kind of like what I want to bring to Sacramento. We would go face paint with the kids, blow up balloons, do different animals, shapes, and whatever, battle each other, just like how Tommy the Clown was doing.
So put on a show,
Yeah,
pretty
put
much.
on a show for everybody, and then leave and go to the next party. So we was booked. We would sometimes probably do like four parties in a day.
So this was like actually good stream of revenue. Then you guys were actually booked like crazy. So
Yeah.
you know, someone can actually go out there and make a living just from doing like birthday parties and everything like that.
Yeah, you can
Okay.
if you're actually. Well, I guess the main one. We didn't really make money like that. Everything went towards back to the crew
Right.
that paid for
Paint.
clothes. You know what I'm saying? So we were still. It kept us going.
Kept us going. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. So how long did you end up staying in LA before you ended up coming back to SAC?
2 years.
2 years.
I
okay.
moved there 04, came back 06. 05, landed a gig with Damon Wayans called The Underground Show with Kool-Aid the Clown. We did that show. And man, just to hear from Damon Wayans himself tell me I have a gift, you know what I'm saying? I was one of the only dancers he had pulled to the side. It was like, you have a gift in dancing, don't quit. And it's crazy. I've seen him years later, and he remembered me.
He still
Yeah,
remembers you.
yeah.
And okay. So you mentioned earlier that you want to bring that type of I don't want to say environment, but that type of dance and style of entertainment to SAC, where you want to do like birthday parties and stuff like that. What has been some of like the most challenging parts of bringing that to SAC?
Getting it started.
Getting it started, okay.
Getting it started. 'Cause I want to call it Turf Clowns. And the reason I call it Turf Clowns is because I'm come from turfing. You know what I'm saying? So when I went up out there, I mixed it. So I don't want to leave out where I come from, and I don't want to leave out what I did with, you know what I'm saying? So Turf Clowns just sums it up. And instead of, you see a lot of comments and a lot of dance videos. If you see somebody turfing and crumping or whatever, you'll say, when did they start doing this? Well, it's been happening I've been doing since 04, but it's not really, it wasn't really put out there like that. And now you see a lot of people mixing styles now so much. Now they're like, oh, it's crazy. I'm like, I've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? But now y'all want to mix styles. Let's go.
So, okay, so, you mentioned styles, man. Just walk me through like a few different, because we have turfing, we have crumping, we have clowning, which is a little bit different than crumping, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Crumping.
Pop locking, breaking, and is there any other styles that would you say
That I do?
Yeah, that you do, or that you just know about, that you see out there that people are doing?
Oh, there is contemporary.
Okay.
There's tap. There's ballet.
Mixing all that
salsa. Yeah, people mix in because there's Step One Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Pepper Vaughn and Mary. There's a lot of dance that goes through there with contemporary, with ballet and Zumba, and a lot of people mix a lot of those styles together and put on a big show.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because as a matter of fact, we have a video of you in action, I believe, at that studio. So we're gonna bring it up and let the audience see you in action. man. So, in that right there, tell me a little bit about that clip. Was that a little mixture of crumping with turfing, or because there was a lot of movement in there, and it gets you on the move. I seen that, I was hyped. I can't do all the twisting and everything like that, but it just made me want to move. So
sorry, I thought that's wrong. It was for sure. There was a mix of styles. Again, you see the bone breaking, you obviously see the crumping, you see the energy. That right there was my song, Get Loose. Simon Says Get Loose. So that was actually my first day seeing a difference, because as a dancer, I always dance to songs. Mm-hmm. Nobody actually dances to my song. So me being an artist now, seeing people dance to my track, it was crazy. So I was pumped up. I'm like, let's go. It was crazy. And I loved every bit of it. The reaction I got off of my energy off of the song, it was dope.
So, you being an artist and a dancer, how does that play into the type of music that you make? Does it, because obviously, do you just make music that like, kind of like, if I'm going to make something, I got to be able to move to it. And if I can't move to it, then it ain't right? Or do you do like, I make dance tracks, but I also make, different types of music to where you ain't got to dance to it. So just tell me a little bit about your artistry.
Yeah, I'm an artist. I don't say I'm a rapper because I do multiple things. So a rapper will just put you in a certain. But yeah, as an artist, I do. I'm more of a turn guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all about the energy, all about, getting people up tempo and dancing. Shout out Missy Elliott, you know what I'm saying? Timberland, Fat Man Scoop, Magoo, and all them. So all that old school energy, I'm all about bringing back the energy, bringing back fun. So at the same time, it's a lot of stuff I have, everybody has things going on, you know what I'm saying? Maybe family-wise or kids-wise or whatever, so it'll steer you differently. And so I have some music where I'm talking just about life, you know what I'm saying? So it's very serious or whatever. But I haven't ventured out with putting that stuff out yet. It's more only just to turn energy, because it's all the dancing. When dancers attract to it, when you can get kids to dance to your stuff and elderly, you're good. So I'm not even tripping off my age bracket, because that's already taken care of. Right. If the kids is dancing to it and the elderly, the middle is gonna fall in.
Yeah, because they're gonna grow up on it.
Exactly.
And so as long as they're moving to it and they're young, you're gonna be their artists that are like, oh, like when we're having a party, this is who I put on. What would you say? With social media now, like TikTok and Instagram videos, Instagram reels, how have you seen just like the dance industry, or just like how has social media affected the dance community?
I would say in a tremendous way, because you will see more videos of me viral. If it was back then, you will see a whole lot of videos of a lot of people viral if it was back then. So right now, a lot of kids have it easier to go viral off of anything, and that's good. That's why you see a lot of people like my age bracket and a little older trying to catch up, and or, you know what I'm saying, trying to be like, hold up, what's going on with all this? You know what I'm saying? How do we do this video? How did that kid do it? That was a nice video. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard trying to keep up when they was born into this. You know what I'm saying? They was born into electronics and mostly all that stuff. So technology. I was born into a pager and a Nokia. So it's kind of different.
It's different.
It's kind of different. Yeah.
Hold that thought, man. We're gonna get more, into this interview about like just your life and your dance, but before that, we gotta take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Everyday amazing with Sky Alton.
Hi, I'm Liz Mitrovich, and you're watching Everyday Amazing with Sky Alton.
Everyday amazing with Sky Alton.
Welcome back to the show. I am still here with he got him, bringing the heat, bringing the dance. So we were talking about social media and, how it's definitely changed the landscape, and there's so many tools now to help someone go viral and help them get out there. And you talked about like playing catch up. I want to talk about, there's a question that I got to ask you because you're a dancer. We had breaking in the Olympics not too long ago. Tell me just your thoughts as a dancer. How did it feel to have an art that you're so heavy in make it to the Olympics, and also how does it feel to know that it's no longer going to be an Olympics? It was a one-time thing. Like, just talk to me a little bit about that.
It was so real. You know what I'm saying? It was dope, but at the same time, it just got taken away just that fast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at seeing it, it's like, oh, we have a chance, we have a shot, we can get there. No, we don't. You know what I'm saying? So it was dope. It's still dope that it happened. That she even had that opportunity to have it done to her. But it's kind of a bummer that nobody else can possibly get that shot.
Did you ever feel like, when you saw that, like, if breaking made it, then maybe one day turfing or clowning? Because like I kind of looked at it like that. When I saw that breaking made it, I thought, okay, this could be the platform to open other types of style of dance, and we can have maybe like competitions, like not other than just breaking. Maybe we would have different styles versus breaking versus popping, or breaking versus turfing, or whatever. So I was kind of excited because I felt like, if done right, then this could show the world, so many, amazing, talented people. And, I felt like a lot of people were disappointed to see who they had representing, like, breaking.
True. I mean, I honestly don't know who she is. I'm saying, didn't see her before that. I'm saying? But it was still dope to see. But could I have thought of a lot of people to go up there instead of her breakdancing? Yes, not even to dumb her down or anything. But there's a lot of people who I'm like, yes, they would have went crazy on that stage. But at the same time, breaking is a little bit more commercial. Popping is a little bit more commercial. So it'd be harder for turfing and for crumping to get on a national, stuff like that. You've been seeing popping and popping and breaking years, from breaking and all that. So it's already been on movies. It's already been up there. So it's kind of easier to introduce that. I feel that a lot of people don't really understand crumping or clowning or turfing, so they look over it. But it's all a style, just like theirs is a style, and it's just like it's a feeling. Once you get that feeling, you just go off and you tell a story. You're dance.
I like that. So, you just said, like, not enough people know enough about it, and the history of breaking and popping is longer. But something that stands out to me is, like, when you have artists like Chris Brown and Usher and stuff like that trying to bring elements of the newer dances into music videos and into their style of dance, into concerts. Do you think that, obviously it helps, but what's your thought on that? And then, are you happy to see, big, newer artists bringing, that style of dance into the world? Or do you feel like it's still misrepresented? Do you feel like, it's cool that they're bringing it, but it can be done, like, the way that they're doing it isn't it? Because I've heard people criticize Chris Brown, like, as far as, like, his crumping, saying that yes, he's a phenomenal talent, super athletic, but there's way better crumpers, and when he does it, he doesn't bring all the elements to it.
That is true. Some people have been like, "Oh man, don't be hating on Chris Brown." I'm like, nah, because when you actually out there and do it, and you see Chris Brown crumpy, you were like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He'll be more of a clowner than a crumper. You know what I'm saying? Because clowners is putting on a show. So it's very open, very, you know what I'm saying? He's very tall and lanky. Mm-hmm. So when he try to look very rugged and like that, it looks weird. You know what I'm saying? So he's more of and backflip, all that. You're not backflipping and crumping at all.
Okay.
Backflipping is a part of clowning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You won't backflip if you're doing buck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like a hard ninja out of nowhere. Do a backflip. No, it's a part of being loose. Clowning is very loose. Loose, boom, loose. Hit a backflip, you know what I'm saying? That's all part of the show. So I would say he's more of a clowner than a crumper. So that's why people be like, oh, he's not a good crumper.
So he's not trying to be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's more of a clowner than a crumper. You know what I'm saying? So I would judge him as a clowner. But I would say some artists, I feel like use dancers because they know that it's going to pop with dancers. Mm-hmm. So that's the only, sometimes I feel kind of weird, like, okay, this artist is using dancers to pop his video up, but he's not even really a dancer himself. You feel me? So it's like, is you using us? You ain't really a dancer. Take somebody like Missy Elliott. She's not using nobody.
She's really
into dancing. So she's always been into dancing. Chris Brown has always been into dancing. Usher, you know what I'm saying? So you take those people And when they incorporate dancing into their stuff, you look at them as using. You know what I'm saying? So those type of artists like that don't have nothing with dancing, and you just have dancing in your video out of nowhere, kind of looks kind of sketch.
It's kind of a sketch. Okay. So who would you say, as far as like new artists or even like new dancers who are on the rise, that are getting a lot of attention that, either, you give props to or, you just feel like is representing the industry like in a good way? Because I had a conversation about, new acts and art that are known for dancing, right? Like who's the next generation like of acts who is known for dancing? Because Chris Brown, like obviously we know like he's known for dancing, but after him, right? I can't really name anybody. Like I don't know anyone like after Chris Brown that's coming up that's really known for dancing. So who would you say for someone from the industry that you see out there that's probably going to be the next thing that's really coming up and representing dance?
In the industry right now that's doing dance.
And it doesn't even have to be an artist. It can be just like a dancer that you see out there a lot who's, going viral and that's just really representing dance like in a good way. But,
my bro,
the next
Keita.
generation. Keita? Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's representing it in a good way. Mama Tanisha, shout out Mama Tanisha. You know what I'm saying? So it's Keita.
Keita, he's the one to watch for.
You just want to watch. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing. My bro Phil Chayag, he does his thing as well. Dope, getting nominated best choreographer in the video with Bruno. Shout out him as well. Ren, you seeing Ren popping up, you know what I'm saying, everywhere. Yeah, and he was the first one to choreograph to my song Get Loose. So yeah, those three dancers you go see a lot. Concept, you go see Concept a lot, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of dancers coming up in SAC.
Okay. Okay. Well, man, I want to thank you again for coming on the show and just, sharing your story, introducing the audience in the world to like more in-depth industry of like dance and, what goes into dance. It's like I learned a lot. Like I didn't know all the different styles and everything like that. But, before I let you go, I just want you to tell everybody where they can find you, your socials, and, if they want to reach you after this episode, how they can get in contact with you.
My Facebook is Anton Hobby, and everything else is He Got 'Em. Okay. So I even have a like page. It's He Got 'Em on Facebook as well, but Twitter, He Got 'Em, Instagram, He Got 'Em, everything. He got 'em.
He got 'em.
He got 'em with 2 T's.
2 T's. Well, thank you again, Anton. He got 'em. Like I said, I'm a big, advocate of your work. I think you're dope, man, and I'm gonna continue to watch your journey and watch you grow.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you to everyone out there. This has been another great episode of Everyday Amazing. Make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. And as always, I strive to bring you guys amazing people from all over Sacramento. Tonight was no different, and I hope to see you next time.